जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा।
What spiritual leaders say about India being the world guru? Paramhansa Yogananda. India is the world's guru, its spiritual teacher. Swami Vivekananda. India is the land of spirituality, and it has been the guru of the world. Sri Aurobindo. India is the guru of the nations, the physician of the human soul in its profounder maladies. She is destined once more to become the spiritual teacher of the world. Maharishi Yogi. India is the homeland of all knowledge, all sciences, all wisdom, all spirituality. Sadhguru. India has always been the spiritual light of the world. Ramana Maharshi. The spiritual heart of India is the spiritual heart of the universe. Osho. India has given birth to more religions than any other country in the world. In fact, religion is not the right word for what has happened in India. It is better to call it spirituality. That is just the intro. Now a little more. Osho. India is the only land in the whole world, strangely, which has devoted all its talents in a concentrated effort to see the truth and to be the truth. India has been a spiritual country for centuries. It is in the air, in the water, in the climate. Everything here is created for the spiritual evolution of the individual. India has been a laboratory for the inner experiment. No other country has worked so much in the search for the inner. India has created more music, more dance, more sculpture, more painting, more literature, more poetry than any other country. India has always been the spiritual light of the world. Its culture, its spirituality, has been influencing the world for thousands of years. India is the place where religions have grown and spread to other parts of the world. It has been a cradle of religions. India is a treasure trove of wisdom and spirituality. It has given birth to enlightened beings and sacred scriptures. India has given birth to so many great mystics and masters. It is a land of spiritual giants. In India, spirituality is not just a belief. It is a way of life, a science of inner transformation. India is not just a country. It is a living, breathing spiritual phenomenon. India is a land where the inner journey is valued as much as the outer journey. The soul of India is eternal, and it continues to inspire seekers from all over the world. India is a land where the ancient and the modern coexist in perfect harmony. India is a mosaic of cultures, traditions, and spiritual paths. The fragrance of spirituality is in the very air you breathe in India. India is a land of contrasts, where poverty and wealth, ancient and modern, tradition and innovation coexist. In India, the ordinary is extraordinary, and the extraordinary is ordinary. India is a celebration of life, a dance of colors and traditions. India is a land where the heart and the mind can both find their fulfillment. India is not just a country, it is a spiritual quest, a journey within.
Swami Vivekananda. I am proud to belong to a religion which has taught the world both tolerance and universal acceptance. We believe not only in universal toleration but we accept all religions as true. If there is one place on the face of earth where all the dreams of living men have found a home from the very earliest days when man began the dream of existence, it is India. India is the land of religion and spirituality. India is the cradle of the human race, the birthplace of human speech, the mother of history, the grandmother of legend, and the great-grandmother of tradition. Each soul is potentially divine, the goal is to manifest this divinity within. India of the ages is not dead nor has she spoken her last creative word, she lives and has still something to do for herself and the human peoples. Sectarianism, bigotry, and its horrible descendant, fanaticism, have long possessed this beautiful earth. They have filled the earth with violence, drenched it often and often with human blood, destroyed civilization, and sent whole nations to despair. We must work to bring God down to our level, and be filled with the belief that we are all His children. The power of concentration is the only key to the treasure house of knowledge. India has to teach a lesson to herself, as well as to the world. India is a land of religion and philosophy, the birthplace of spiritual giants. The history of the world shows that wherever there is a great soul, there will be all the lesser souls following in the wake. The only hope of India is from the masses. The upper classes are physically and morally dead. The art of medicine was so perfect in India that the very birds in India are physicians. My hope of the future lies in the youths of character, intelligent, renouncing all for the service of others, and obedient good to themselves and the country at large. All the nations have a message to deliver, a mission to fulfill, a destiny to reach. India is a land where religion and spirituality are the guiding lights of life, and the quest for truth is the highest endeavor. The spirit of India is spiritual and her force is the spirit of God. A few heart-whole, sincere, and energetic men and women can do more in a year than a mob in a century. The future of India lies in the hands of her youth, who can shape the destiny of the nation with their vision and determination. The moment I have realized God sitting in the temple of every human body, the moment I stand in reverence before every human being and see God in him, that moment I am free from bondage, everything that binds vanishes, and I am free.
Jiddu Krishnamurti.
India is a vast and ancient land where the quest for truth and understanding has been pursued for centuries. India has a rich spiritual heritage that has inspired seekers from all over the world. In India, spirituality is not just a belief, it is a way of life, a deep and abiding search for truth. The depth of spirituality in India is reflected in its diverse religious traditions and the pursuit of self-realization. India has given birth to some of the world's greatest spiritual teachers and philosophers. The spirit of inquiry and self-discovery has been at the heart of Indian culture for millennia. In India, the sacred and the mundane coexist, and spirituality is an integral part of everyday life. India is a place where the timeless wisdom of the ancient sages is still accessible to those who seek it. The spiritual atmosphere of India is palpable. It is a land where the inner journey is highly valued. India's spiritual traditions have had a profound influence on the world and continue to inspire seekers. The diversity of India's spiritual paths reflects the vastness of human consciousness. In India, the search for truth is not confined to temples or scriptures, it is a living experience. India is a land where the mind and the heart can both find their fulfillment in the pursuit of truth. The wisdom of India is not bound by time, it is a timeless source of inspiration and guidance. India's rich cultural tapestry is woven with the threads of spirituality and inner exploration. In India, spirituality is not a separate domain, it is interwoven with every aspect of life. The soul of India is eternally awake, guiding seekers towards self-realization and truth. India is a country where the ordinary and the extraordinary blend seamlessly. In India, the search for truth is not a solitary journey, it is a collective endeavor. India is a mosaic of cultures, traditions, and spiritual wisdom that has enriched humanity. The quest for truth in India is not bound by religious or cultural boundaries, it is a universal pursuit that transcends all distinctions.
Sadhguru. Bharat is not just a nation, it is a living organism, an eternal being with a profound sense of purpose. The very soil of Bharat is charged with the energy of millions of meditators and sages who have walked this land. In Bharat, we have always considered the entire existence as a manifestation of the divine. The sacredness of Bharat lies in its ability to adapt and assimilate without losing its core values. Bharat is a land where the physical and the metaphysical intertwine seamlessly, offering a profound way of life. In the culture of Bharat, every aspect of life is a possibility for spiritual growth. Bharat is not just a country, it is a spiritual process, a way of seeking and realizing the ultimate. The science of yoga, born in Bharat, is a way of aligning the individual with the cosmic. Bharat is a place where the quest for liberation is not just a philosophy, it is a burning desire. In Bharat, we have always believed that there is a divine dimension to every piece of earth. The spiritual history of Bharat is not confined to books, it is etched into the very land itself. Bharat is a land of seekers, where everyone is encouraged to explore the inner dimensions of life. Bharat is a living laboratory for inner transformation, where the human being is the subject. Bharat is a place where even the common people have profound insights into the nature of existence. The wisdom of Bharat is not about what you know but about how you experience life. In Bharat, the land and the people have always lived in mutual reverence and respect. Bharat is a nation where the timeless and the contemporary coexist in perfect harmony. The culture of Bharat is not just about God, it is about a profound science of inner well-being. Bharat is a place where the spiritual path is paved with awareness and inner experience. In Bharat, the rivers, mountains, and forests have always been held as sacred and respected as deities. Bharat is not just a country, it is an epic journey from the finite to the infinite. India is a land of seekers seeking truth, seeking liberation, seeking the divine. India has been a crucible of spirituality for thousands of years, where countless beings have attained to their ultimate nature. India is not just a geographical location, it is a profound spiritual entity. India's culture is a profound science of the inner, which has been its essence for thousands of years. In India, there is a deep reverence for all life, recognizing the divinity in everything. India's ancient culture has much to offer to the modern world in terms of inner well-being. The very soil of India has been charged with spirituality, making it a place where seeking is a part of everyday life. India is a land where the inner and outer worlds are seen as one, and both are explored with equal fervor. India's spiritual wealth has always been a guiding light for humanity's inner journey. The yogic science, born in India, is about moving from compulsiveness to consciousness. In India, we have always believed that the highest state of well-being is living in harmony with nature. India's culture is about inclusiveness and embracing all dimensions of life. India is a place where spiritual possibilities are a living reality. The very essence of India is its diversity in people, landscapes, and ways of life. India is a land where the past and the future coexist, with a vibrant connection to the eternal. In India, every human being is exposed to some form of spiritual process, consciously or unconsciously. The diversity of India is not a source of division but a celebration of human existence. India is a land where the profound and the mundane dance together in perfect harmony. The science of yoga, born in India, is a tool for individual transformation. India's spiritual heritage is an immense gift to the world, offering tools for inner exploration and self-realization. India is a place where you are encouraged to seek the profound within the ordinary and find the extraordinary in the everyday.
Paramhansa Yogananda. In the corridors of time, India has given to the world the supreme knowledge and realization of the soul. India has become the eternal fountain of truth for the entire world. The spiritual influence of India has been such that even the children in the streets utter profound truths. The heart and soul of India is spiritual, and that spirituality has dominated the world. India is the homeland of our spiritual forefathers. India's heritage of spirituality has transcended its geographic boundaries. The vibrations of thousands of years of spiritual culture have hallowed India. In India, the one who seeks God the most, finds Him. India is a beacon of spiritual knowledge and truth. India's cultural heritage is a legacy of deep spiritual wisdom. India is the guru of the world. The world looks up to India for spiritual guidance. In India, spirituality is not a separate path, it is the essence of life. India has been the cradle of spirituality and religion for thousands of years. In India, even the most humble farmer talks about God. India's spirituality is not limited to religion, it is a way of life. The soul of India is constantly uplifting, a living example of divinity. India has held the banner of spiritual wisdom high for centuries. The spiritual atmosphere of India is so profound that it is felt by all who visit. In India, spirituality is not an occasional pursuit, it is woven into the fabric of daily life. India is a living testament to the pursuit of God consciousness.